everyone, welcome to SunwayFM. It's all shiny here in our studio and we hope that everyone's having a bright and shiny day. I'm Chloe.
And I'm Lian, and we are your hosts for this podcast episode.
We are a student-led broadcasting station here at Sunway University, and we hope to bring you guys the latest scoop of what's happening on and off campus here at SunwayFM.
So don't forget to follow our social media page at SunwayFM and stay up to date with our latest episodes, which will be airing every once in 2 weeks.
Nice. So it's supposed to be the annual CNS week for the new term. Am I right?
Yep, it is most definitely. So to our new listeners or to the newcomers, welcome back once again. So basically, CNS is actually a short word for clubs and societies in Sunway. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it happens like once or twice a week. I don't know.
Week?
Oh,
year,
wait,
probably
a year.
I don't know. I don't exactly know because I haven't been here for a really long time, but maybe we shall leave some questions for our guests later on.
Yeah, most probably. Definitely. I still can't believe I say like once
a week.
every
As if it's gonna happen every 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. On our previous episode, we did briefly talk about Chinese New Year, zodiacs, traditions, and history as well, right? Since this week is all about CNS, join with us today is Yuki from Sunway Chinese Cultural Society. Woo!
Hi everyone.
Hi Yuki. Why don't you introduce yourself to us?
Okay, hello everyone. I am Yuki. You guys can call me Yuki. And I'm the Vice President of Sunway University Chinese Cultural Society and also the representative for this interview. Yeah.
Before we dive into some questions, which course are you from?
I'm from the Bachelor in Accounting and Finance.
Oh, cool. Finance. Okay,
Finance.
That's pretty interesting. So, tell us a bit more about like your society. Like, what do you guys do primarily?
Okay, so as the name suggests, Sunway University Chinese Cultural Society, it is a club that focuses primarily on the inheritance and continuation of Chinese language, tradition, and culture for future Chinese generations, as well as to further promote the beauty of Chinese language to all races. Therefore, our club is open to everyone in the campus who feels interested to know more about Chinese cultures. That is our mission. Yeah.
So what if someone who's interested in joining your club but has like zero knowledge in Mandarin and does not know how to read anything?
Actually, it is okay if you do know Mandarin because we speak in bilingual.
Oh.
We can speak in English and also Chinese to let you fit in. For example, for our last event, there is one Indian guy participate in our event. And our MC will speak in 2 languages, which is Chinese and English, to help the Indian guy to know more about us. Yeah,
That's good.
That's pretty like considerate of the person. So so we know that you guys are a really big club, right? You guys are one of like the popular clubs in Sunway. So I'm sure that you guys have you guys held like a lot of events. So I wanted to ask, right, throughout all the events or like the things that you've done in the club, is there any specific favorite, memories or events that you yourself have participated in? Something that you enjoy in the club?
Okay. In fact, there is 2 large-scale annual events which will be organized by us annually. That is the Sound Voice and also the Chinese Cultural Night. And for me, the most interesting event for me will be the Sound Voice because the Sound Voice is actually a singing competition organized primarily to gather talented singers and also to further promote the Chinese language along our campus and also the community. And this is quite a quite an interesting event for me because I love singing a lot. And because of this event, it attracts me to become the committee of this club. Yeah.
Oh, that's really
Do you know
cool.
Chloe's a vocalist?
Please.
She sings.
Stop.
Because she studies contemporary music. So
Yeah.
maybe it's time for you to join.
Collab anyways.
Because now the Sunway
can't
Psychology is
sing.
back.
Oh, yeah.
Is it currently in audition?
Sorry?
Is it having like audition right now? Are you guys having any auditions
yes.
at the moment?
Yes.
But is it specifically Mandarin songs? Because
It needs to be 80% of the lyrics to be in Chinese language. Yeah.
Wait, but like you mentioned that there is actually international students that joined your club. But if say like this Indian guy that you mentioned is interested in singing but doesn't really know Chinese language, but he wants to join, then how?
I think he needs to put in effort to learn some Chinese language and sing. Yeah. Because our purpose is to promote Chinese language. So yeah, we hope through this event we can have this impact.
I see. So there's still like a little bit difference between Sun Voice and other singing competitions that's organized by like other clubs lah.
Yes.
So
I see.
from what I remember when I'm on campus like a while ago, I actually came across like Sun Voice. So I know it's always held like on campus in a large hall. So what's gonna happen this year, and how is it gonna be any different?
Yes, there is a huge difference because of this pandemic. We have the Sunway 5 conducting online, for which the audition for Sunway 5 already launched for 2 weeks online, where the participants will have to participate by submitting their singing video, to our designated Google form. And from there, we will test and also give it to our judges, and our judges will then release the result via our Facebook page and also our Instagram page. Yes.
Okay, but what happens, when it comes to the final stage? In Chinese, we call it 决赛, the final stage of the competition. Are you guys planning to go like on live? Is there any live, or is it still the same way the participants have to like record themselves and send the Google form to you guys?
Actually, this very dependent on the pandemic situation. However, now we have our plan, which is to conduct in the Jeffrey Cha Hall, and we have already sent the proposal to Student Life, and we are waiting for them to give us the answer. But now we also have the backup plan, which is to like you guys say, we maybe will ask the participants to also record, and also we will play it through live. This is our backup plan. And the initial plan is to conduct in the Jeffrey Cha Hall and live streaming through our Facebook page. And there will be no audience in the hall to ensure the safety and health of our community.
True. That's very considerate.
Yeah, it's good though, because honestly, I think as a performer myself, I miss like live performing, and it's so different if you just sit in front of your camera and just record like a full song. It just feels so weird.
Yeah, a bit, but no choice. Now is the pandemic period. We have to be follow the SOP.
Yeah, true. So actually, since like I've actually heard some stuff from like other people. So like basically what rumor has it, right, is that the Sunway Chinese culture is pretty demanding. How do you feel about that? Like when if someone wants to like join your club, right? What are like the requirements that the person must have if they say they want to join? Because you guys are like a really big society, right? So there must have been some minimum requirements that they must have, or maybe?
Actually, to become our members, there is no so much requirements. As long as you are from Sunway University or Sunway College and you feel interested to join us, and you just can join us. You just fill in our Google form and join us. That's it. We don't have
so
so much
there's no
requirements.
interview.
No, we don't have interview. Yes. For committee, of course, you need to interview.
Oh, so there is a difference between like a committee and normal member. Aren't they like the same?
No, they are not the same. Committees is to conduct this club, to organize events, like you have to manage this club properly. While for members, you just have to participate in our events. Yeah.
So, like, approximately how big is your club society at the moment?
You mean the number
Like, how many
of
people
members?
do you have? Yeah.
So now around, I think approximately is 350 more. Yeah, 350 more members.
What?
That's a
That
lot,
many?
though.
I was not expecting that many people. I was expecting like 70 something.
I was expecting like 100.
So we know that you guys are aware of this other club called Sunway Chinese Independent School Alumni. So the thing is, what I am not familiar is that what are actually like the differences between the two clubs?
The differences is
Or
because
is it
actually I'm also not so familiar with CISA. The thing that I'm familiar is normal students who are not studied in Chinese high school. I think if you are not from the Chinese high school, you cannot join CISA. Yeah, you must study before in the Chinese high school, and therefore you can join CISA.
So that means like the entry is very different compared to your club's entry. Like for them is like you have to go to a Chinese high school. If not, you're not valid to join the club. Like not even international students can join.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I see.
So I have one question. Do you think it's important to keep the Chinese tradition alive?
In my opinion, because I was born in a very traditional family. My family always taught me must be stick to your traditions because it is your root. Yeah. So for me, I very respect my tradition and cultures, and I also very love to inherit my tradition and also cultures about Chinese culture tradition to my next generation, and I will do it continuously. And also this is why I joined this club, because I have the patience and the energy. I wish to pass it, and this culture can be inherited continuously for the future Chinese generation for the future Chinese generation. I hope this can happen in my life.
So basically, you really have a lot of passion towards Chinese culture, and we kind of appreciate that because nowadays not many of us are that passionate towards Chinese traditions. Like we know what are the traditions, but we don't really, and not really enjoy it, I'd say. But yeah.
Because to add on to that, because we are so in touch with like media, and that's why a lot of like Malaysian Chinese don't really carry on the tradition because they are kind of, I don't want to say whitewashed, but like like Western media, it kind of yeah.
Okay, but anyways, thank you so much, Yuki, for joining us today. It's really a great pleasure to have you guys on. So
make sure to follow their Instagram at Sunway SUCCS for their latest events. And yeah, thank you so much for being here today.
don't forget to join their CNS recruitment as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Moving on, Leanne, have you joined any, clubs and societies since you stepped foot into university?
I mean, I did, but then I always tend to be the one that skips out right after the first meeting, because you see, right? The thing is, I'm always interested in the dance club as well, and I joined it one time, but then I felt too intimidated to join. So after that one round, right, I didn't attend it afterwards. But I did join another club, another student body called Echo Media. So it's basically making video productions. So that's what I joined right now, other than SunwayFM. But what about you though, Chloe?
I mean, you said dance club and being intimidated. I actually joined back in 2018 when I was in college. I joined Sunway Music Society and I only went to one meeting. That's it. And I never went again. I paid was it 5 ringgit? I don't remember how much I paid, but I only went to one meeting.
I didn't pay anything for the dance.
Yeah,
I didn't pay anything for the dance club. It was a free trial at the time, but then it's fine, because maybe after today's interview, you might consider joining one of the societies today.
Well, we'll see about that. Hopefully they can convince me to join somehow. So join with us right now is Jasmine from the Psychology Club and Hui Qing from Sunway Business Investment Society.
Yeah. Welcome, you guys. Okay, so okay, why don't you guys introduce yourselves to the people who are listening right now and tell us what is your position in your respective club. Maybe Jasmine, you want to start first?
Sure. So, hi everyone, my name is Jasmine and I am the president of Sunway Psychology Club.
Hui Qing?
Hello everyone, my name is Hui Qing. I'm in the vice president of Sunway Business Investment Society.
Cool. So just a quick question before we dive in.
Sure.
What kind of activities do you guys... Oh, before that, what courses are you guys from? Because since it's both different clubs.
I'm from the...
Jasmine, you want to go first?
Sure, okay. I'm from the course of psychology. Yeah, and I'm in the psychology club. Yep.
Cool. And you, Hui Qing?
I'm in the international business course degree. Yeah.
Also, basically, you guys go to the clubs that you guys are currently studying right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We expected. I think we both expected different answers. Maybe someone's from
something a little
science...
bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of true. But okay. Anyways, so we would like to ask you guys, when it comes to club activities, what do you guys normally do in your clubs? What events have you guys done before? And when it comes to club activities, what do you guys normally would do?
Yeah, for psychology club, we used to have one of our annual events is called breakup exhibition. So yeah, this is the event that we had for consecutively 2 years, but last year we didn't had it because of COVID situation. So that's one of the event. And normally we will invite speakers who study psychology, clinical psychology and other field like health psychology, social psychology, sports psychology, and different aspects and different field of psychology. We will invite speakers to give us talks and give us more insights about psychology. And previously we had murder mystery night, so it's kind of like a haunted night kind of thing. But yeah, they used to have that. But last year, because of COVID and because of all of the restrictions, our events are mainly online. So we had mostly talks and we have some meetings and one of the most interesting one was the fear exhibition, where members actually record themselves about what they are fearful for, like fearful of. So yeah, all of the videos are up on our social media page. Yeah, so they face their fears and share it with like the rest.
I see. Like Chloe was kind of interested in the whole murder mystery as well, because I remember she mentioned to me that she was into criminology as well.
Yeah, at one point I did wanted to, look into the course, but yeah, I decided to do what I love instead of something that I'm only interested in. So.
Okay, what about Hui Qing? What do you guys usually do in your club?
Okay, before I say what we do, like what we do in the club, let me introduce what our club is first. So SBIS, which is known as Sunway Business Investment Society, is one of the largest society in Sunway with more than 500 members. And we aim to provide those business beneficial kind of contents in terms of business and investment through hosting events. And SBIS also organized a series of events by inviting speakers from CEO kind of big companies and those kind of successful entrepreneurs to share their business stories and also business experience. So SBIS also has been awarded the most outstanding club for many consecutive years since 2013. And in 2019, our SBIS club was awarded a silver award of outstanding club of the year. So this is what SBIS is and what SBIS do. Yeah.
That's like a lot of achievements. Wow.
And then 500 over people? Crazy,
Yes.
man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, usually certain clubs and societies, they only have 100 over members to 300 over members. So yeah, that's a lot. 500 is a lot.
Even the previous
We aim to expand more.
You think you will expand more?
Nice.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Because during the previous interview, when Chinese Culture Society said that they have about 350 students, I thought that was
a lot,
huge already, and it was way larger than what I expected. And then SBIS is even larger than that. It's basically mind blowing for me.
For us in general.
Yeah, kind of true.
So, carry on. We're gonna dive into some more, not to say personal questions, but more questions directed towards your club. So, from what we know, a common theme for both of your subjects right now face uncertainty, because with business, the stock markets are having a very uncertain road in the current and the future climate with how business methods are changing, especially in investing. So especially now, investments are very accessible online. So with such a competitive field, right? This is for Hui Qing. How are you guys handling this, or how can people who are interested in the business investment, handle the situation?
So you mean let me repeat your question. Your question is, since now business are not doing well and those kind of investment are dropping and stuff, how are we dealing with it, is it?
Yes,
okay,
in general.
Okay. In general, which means this year that we're still planning to actually host events, and all our events is through online. And what I say is quite beneficial for the members, or maybe even for the public, because since after this pandemic, most our event hosting live is free. Because usually if it's in school, if it's in campus, usually we will charge for the events. So now all our events, we do invite speakers like entrepreneurs or even investment kind of webinars or maybe live, is all free. So what I'll say is those people who actually want to learn more about business and investments can definitely check out our video, or maybe check out our social media page.
Okay, I see. So what about for Jasmine? Like what Chloe mentioned, the reason actually why we pair you guys together is because you guys share a common thing called this uncertainty. Like for Hui Ching, it's more on like the business investment side, because sometimes, you know, the graph, they might go up a little bit, sometimes they will go down. And for psychology, it's more on like human emotions and like behavior. You can't really predict how they would like react and stuff like that. So when it comes to like nowadays, people are like really uncertain about their future, and they're like facing a lot of anxiety these days. So like, how do you guys how do you guys like cope with this thing? Like, how do you guys face this
As in how
issue?
As in, how does the club cope with uncertainties and stuff? Okay.
Yes.
I think uncertainties are very difficult to cope with. Like as human, we are all very fearful of uncertainties, and uncertainties make us less productive. So like, if you don't have a goal, if you don't have a certain thing that you would need to work for, you tend to become unproductive, and you tend to just don't want to work. So I think like because of psychology and because of like what we are doing. So last year we handle it I would say okay. We handle it okay. Not very well, but it's okay that we are able to cope with like shifting everything online, because our club is actually relatively a newer club, but we are able to shift it online. And one of the issues that we realized during last year is that people are lacking of like real bonding, like because everything is online, they don't feel connection with each other, they don't feel that they belong. And that's why for this year's events, we are very focusing on making friendship, building friendship with all our members, that they will feel belong, and they will have that sense of belongingness, which is one of the aspects in psychology that we learn. We that's important for humans to function well. So if they feel a sense of belongingness, they will be able to work together for even though it's uncertain, but they will be more more together. They will work towards a goal together, even when there is uncertainty, because you know that there is someone who will be able to support you even when things are uncertain.
Like, I kind of get what you mean. Like this, when someone feels like they belong in a club, they would devote themselves into helping out in the community as well, right? Because nowadays, since like everyone is staying at home right now, we actually want to mingle around, but at the same time, you don't really know how to like socialize as well, because you don't really have this like face-to-face interaction. So it could be harder for some people, because like, you know, through the whole like texting, there's no some people might be shy to turn on their cameras and stuff like that. So yeah, I kind of understand it, and it's really good for you guys to try and like think of ways to, you know, overcome this whole interacting things, you know,
build more bondings and relationship between one another. It's really important.
Right. Yes. Very, very true.
Yeah, also to add on like the whole texting and turning on camera, especially in classes right now, I don't see anyone turning on cameras because I feel like they're super shy.
No one.
And yes, Leanne is one of the culprits. So am I sometimes, yeah. But yeah, definitely the vibe of meeting someone and making friends with someone in person as to texting. Like, I can be texting so energetically, but when I meet the person in real life, I might be awkward. You never know. So, like, there's just this one, like, gap between, like,
it's very different,
our group right now. Yeah. So, to add on another question for the Psychology Club, there's this constant, like, misconception on psychology. So, I've noticed that a lot of people see psychology as a course that can read minds, or it's something negative because, mental health and stuff like that. So what do you have to say about that?
Okay, so I am a psychology student. When I first entered to my course, okay, our lecturer told us, so as a psychology student, we don't read minds. So that's it's just like
I
constant
think that's a
emphasis.
misconception there.
There's also a misconception that on hypnosis, like where like people just like swing the watch in front of you and then you can go to sleep kind of thing. I mean that's a real thing, but it's not so it's not so shady it's legit, but it doesn't sound so mysterious kind of way. It's a relaxation method where like the hypnotherapy uses. But generally psychology, we understand human behaviors, not just about mental health, but although mental health is one of the aspects, but we do a lot of like other aspects of psychology. For example, like criminal psychology, like what Chloe is interested in, and we do have like child psychology, educational psychology, where we learn what is the most effective way for people to learn something. There's also social psychology. It's like, okay, when there's a lot of viral videos on this person had an accident, and then people are questioning why this person doesn't bother to go and help. Instead, they take pictures and take videos. So there are also research on conduct study to understand why people behave in a certain behavior, why you think this way and why you don't think the other way, and also personality and animal psychology, sports psychology. There's a lot of field of psychology, which not all of them are coming into my mind right now. But it's not just reading minds. I mean, we don't read minds. We read behaviors. We try to understand behaviors.
Personally, I was actually I know. I was actually interested in psychology as well since I was young. I had the same concept, like the read minds thing, but then as I grew up, I know like psychology is more towards about analyzing human behavior, which is still interesting though, not gonna lie. But like when I come to Sunway University, I was actually contemplating between communication and psychology because they're like sort of intersecting with one another. And I know that psychology is kind of diverse. It's also in the business industry as well, right? Because they have to analyze how this like the businessmen behave when it comes to doing business. But speaking of this, right? This is directed to Hui Ching lah. Because I'm not really the type of person who is familiar with the whole business or the investment thing. And I know that you guys talked a lot about being an entrepreneur. But the thing I don't really understand is that actually what's the difference between being a businessman and an entrepreneur? Is there like a slight difference or is it like a huge difference to it?
I think both are quite similar. Entrepreneurship is evolved around business, and the thing is both are actually quite similar towards it. And why is it entrepreneurship and business is because even I feel that many of people like example they study like maybe like some professional course, but at the end, like example my dad, last time he used to study accounting, but after that at the end he also changed to doing business by himself. So I think especially in this kind of world now, I think everyone wants to like be their own, which means like be their own and have some of like their own business, or maybe have some sort of like their own kind of company or anything. And in this kind of world, business I feel is really important, as in like business skills. You need to learn how to negotiate with people, or maybe how people's skills, or maybe like communication skills, or even like mindset is really important and crucial, especially next time after you graduate. Not only maybe you might not realize now, and maybe some people might think, oh, this is not my interest, or maybe I doesn't have much knowledge in investment. But at the end of the day, like even when we graduate or what, investment is still a must. That's why I think. Yes.
I see. But actually, like, what actually made you want to like join in the whole business investment thing?
Okay, actually it's really okay, let me tell you a story. when I first started joining college, when I was in my college years, I used to study foundation in arts. Yeah, so after I joined foundation in arts, my first club that I joined is Sunway Business Investment Society. And it's not because I feel, oh, maybe this club is cool, or maybe this club a lot of people, but it's solely based on my interest at first, because I love business, something involved with business, and also I want to learn about investment. Yes, I'm not like those kind of pro investment or what, but I want to learn investment as early as I can. Yeah, so actually that makes me join SBIS until now, and I really love all the events held, and kind of just probably my kind of like interest and passion in it. Yeah,
it's nice.
That's part of the reason involves like because you want to earn more money.
I think also, yeah, and also you want to, and also because that time I was really into all those kind of motivational and also those kind of business kind of world. So yeah, that's why I really find it really interesting that Sunway has that, and I think we should just grab the opportunity to join, because once we graduate, how do we join back? We can't anymore.
That's true.
Very true.
So, since this few week is going to be CNS week, we're going to put you guys up to a little challenge where we want you guys to imagine that both of us, Leanne and I, are walking up. Okay, let's say it's on campus lah. Both of us walk up to your booth,
roleplay,
not knowing anything about you guys, but you guys have like 30 seconds to 1 minute to make your club sound interesting for us to actually join.
30 seconds to 1 minute.
Okay. Depends.
Yeah, I think, okay. You know what? We're gonna give you maximum 1 minute to think about how you want to talk. But if you guys ready, you guys can like start.
You guys can go ahead.
Because like we all are not in the physical right now. And we're trying to like train you guys. You guys need new members. This is how you're gonna have to do.
CNS week actually happens on campus. Towards the end of the year, if it actually happens on campus, it's a training time for y'all. Especially people like us, knowing nothing about your club.
Okay, you know what? Okay. I'm just gonna say the time starts now. Hey, Chloe. You see the club right there?
Which club? Mana?
There, the SBIS.
Oh.
Do you want to like inquire?
I don't know though.
A little bit.
No. Should we? Should we ask?
You know what? Let's just like go.
Should we just?
Let's just go.
Okay, let's just go.
Okay.
Hello, Chloe.
Hi.
Yeah. Oh, hi. You know my name. Yes. Hello.
Okay. Hi. So what is this whole club do?
What is this club about? Is it
Yes.
Okay, as I've mentioned previously, is one of like kind of like a business school like that. It's kind of like a business club that teaches you how to do business, or even how do you do investment. So we actually invite all those speakers such as CEO, the founder of My Burger Lab, Mr. Chin Renyi, and successful entrepreneurs such as many like the founder of Faith, the founder of iLabs, and many more, like this kind of like CEO entrepreneurship kind of speakers to actually come to our events to give talks and give insights about business and investment. So if you are planning, especially if you are planning to do investment, or even if you want to learn about investment, remember that you will either in life life is either a daring adventure or it isn't, because even if you don't know, you just have to try. Like after you try, only you will know. Some people might say, I'm not sure about business, I don't study business, or maybe I don't even know anything about investment. But what I can say is, you don't try, you don't know. Yeah.
Damn. Maybe I should consider, since I have my own business.
You definitely should.
All right. Thank you
Can
for
earn money. Can earn money.
Can earn money.
Okay, fine. Okay.
I'll consider.
Wait, before we consider, let's go to psychology now.
Come on, hit us.
Hit us with your psychology facts. Hit us with the human behavior facts. Let's go.
Make it.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi. So we are the Psychology Club. So have you ever heard of the saying that psychology people read minds?
I thought isn't that what it is all along?
Yeah. So psychology student, we actually study minds. We study how mind works and how does the mind works and how it connects to our human behavior. So this is a myth that psychology students read minds. So we don't read minds, but we can read their behavior and predict and see what is going on in their mind. So if you are interested in psychology, you should definitely join the club. Even if you are not interested in psychology, you should also join our club, because psychology is all around. Like, psychology is basically in everything. Like, because psychology is about human behavior, so you yourself is about psychology. So by joining the club, you will be able to learn better on how you behave, and so very simply about your personality. So when you know your personality better, you will know, like, in certain situations you will behave in certain way. So because you know your personality is like that, then you will know your strengths and weaknesses. So yeah, this year we had this whole month dedicated to productivity. So maybe you can join and see how it helps you to become more productive.
Wait, one question. Can I use psychology to get guys?
You can. We love psychology.
Wow.
Yeah, we study how.
No, I'm just kidding.
Leanne, it's time for you to join. It's time for us to consider. Shall we consider?
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh, by the way, one more thing
yeah.
to add on about our club SBIS, which is, if you join as a member, you do get benefits too, and also you do get certs, like after you complete a certain amount of events, participation of events. Yeah, you will get certification too.
Nice. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I might add that into my collection, but who knows?
We shall see. Alright, thank you guys so much for spending your time talking to us. Once again, check out their social media page at Sunway Psychology Club and Sunway BIS if you guys are interested in joining their club. I think they actually convinced us at this point. I actually might consider.
But anyways, don't forget to follow our IG page at SunwayFM, and also our new YouTube channel called Sunway FM Student Broadcast. So remember to stay bright, stay positive, and keep shining on Sun FM.
Bye-bye.
And it's wonderful to meet you guys. So thank you so much for being here today.
It's great to know both
goodbye.
of you too.
Alright.
See you guys. Do remember to join. And
Yes, do remember to join.
See you there.
Yeah, bye.